I have to say it again. Okay. Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? Thank you for being here with us here at the meeting. It is 5:28, so we're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. I want to start with introductions. To my right,
Good afternoon, Luis Larraga with Brownsville Public Utilities Board, Communications and PR, and also the PUBCAP Liaison.
Hi, my name is Carmen Nordijk. I'm an insurance broker, board member.
Good afternoon, Miguel Ángel Patiño with Laboratory Corporation of America.
Good afternoon. My name is Daniela Sosa, and I'm with the SBA 504 Loan Program.
hello everyone. Patricia Cavazos, BISD and Chairman.
Good evening, everyone. Jose Medrano, small business owner, Brownsville.
Luz Marshall, Brownsville Independent School District.
David Ramirez, Chief Executive Officer, Brownsville South Padre Island Board of Realtors.
The first item on the agenda, okay, hopefully everyone had a chance to go over the minutes. Okay, so when ready, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
I approve.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve minutes. All of those in favor?
Aye.
All of those opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda, old business.
I just wanted to follow up on the share scholarship. Those are still under evaluation. I know 3 of you were helping with that review process. If you haven't finished, the sooner the better. We also, last time I spoke in new business about how AMI meter installations had begun this month, and just we are getting an update on that from one of the presentations. And I'll also be doing a presentation on the community tour, which I also touched on last time.
Is that it, Luis?
Yes.
For old business? Okay, next on the agenda is new business.
I just wanted to share that BPUB sent out a crew to the city of Combs after they had requested assistance after the flooding that happened last month.
Mm-hmm.
There was a sinkhole, and so 2 employees from BPUB and a vacuum truck went out there to help assist with basically sucking up some of the water or the standing water, and helped with those repairs. And so it was a good moment to see that we're kind of all in this together. So it was nice.
Alrighty, the next.
Patricia, can I just make a
Sure,
comment?
go ahead.
It's actually about item 3, which is the scholarships.
Okay.
I just wanted to touch base on that. I am one of the 3 members, and I think it's an honor and a privilege to be on that scholarship review committee. And I was wondering if, when the scholarships are announced or presented, I know I was a member of the committee last year, and I don't know if I missed it or what. It was an opportunity to maybe be present when the scholarships were actually presented, and if possible, and if space allows and time allows, if PUBCAP could be sent an invitation, or at least the members of that committee, if that's possible.
Absolutely. It usually happens at one of our board meetings, so I'll be sure to let you know once that meeting is taking place. That way you guys are more than welcome to attend as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is AMI update.
Good afternoon. My name is Jaime Aguilar. I'm the division manager here for Brownsville PUB. I work under the Enterprise Solutions division. I'm here to provide an update on the AMI project. It's been quite a bit of time since we've been working on this, so I'm going to go ahead and provide an update on that. Before I provide the update, I do want to go over the project objectives, the overall scope of the project. The AMI update, the AMI project, essentially we wanted to touch on four major aspects. One of them is to enhance The utility, we wanted to be able to enhance our electric outage detection, as well as enhancing our leak detection. So that not only helps the utility, but also our customers. Furthermore, we want to be able to achieve seamless integrations with our current systems, as well as time and resource savings for the utility. We want to also be able to ensure data accuracy for our customers, as well as security and compliance, and also provide a robust training. Because of the amount of data that we're going to be receiving, it's going to be a vast amount of data. We want to be able to provide that training for our utility members, our customers, and as well as our employees. Most importantly, we do want to empower our customers with the data and the tools for our customers to be better prepared, better aware as far as how their consumption, when there's spikes in their consumption, perhaps maybe even be able to, if they have a high bill, they can go back in their consumption and figure out, okay, what happened between the month and why is it that my bill came out, a little bit more than it normally is. And also, we want to empower our employees to plan and execute strategies more efficiently. With that said, the AMI project does offer benefits for both the customer and the utility. On the customer side, like I mentioned earlier, we are going to enhance the customer experience. We will empower our customers to look at their consumption, view data points for previous months. They will be able to view their consumption on a daily basis through a customer engagement portal that will also be launching once the AMI data started getting delivered to utility. The customer will also benefit by fewer estimated bills, because now we'll actually be receiving the actual readings from the meter. Most importantly, they'll get notifications if there is a leak in their home. We'll be able to be proactive and provide that notification to the customer saying, hey, you know what, yesterday you had a normal consumption, there might be an issue, with the system. Like I said, online tools, they'll be able to essentially look at their consumption over the course of, whatever time frame they choose. On the utility side, there is a benefit of reduced truck rolls. The utility will also be able to reduce bill adjustments, provide real-time analytics, theft detection, and most importantly, improve safety. We do have meter readers out in the field that are reading meters. There is a higher risk of safety concerns, so by AMI allows for us to get those reads without essentially causing a safety hazard to our employees. Are there any questions so far? Great. So the AMI solution. So the AMI solution consists of 4 different vendors. We do have an electric vendor, a water vendor, the software with what we consider the meter data management. That's our software vendor, and Allegiant is our partner in installations. I want to touch on the electric meters first. We did go with Landis & Gear for our meters, for our electric meters. They provide what they call a Gridstream Mesh RF network, and I'll touch on that in a little bit, as well as the command center, the head-end system. The head-end system for both the water and electric essentially is the system where the raw reads, where the reads from the meter go to. The way it works is that the meter itself is placed on the side of the house, and it communicates to the head-end system. One thing I do want to note is it's not constantly communicating. It actually, it's asleep most of the time. It only wakes up 7 times a day for an average of less than 1 second per 24-hour period. That's how it communicates. So the meter is essentially aggregating the consumption throughout the 24-hour period, and every seven times per day, it'll send that read over to the head-end system. Similarly, with Badger, we went with Badger for the water meters. Their technology is different, where they're using cellular technology. So you might start seeing around across Brownsville that we started installing those water meters starting last week. They use cellular technology, like I mentioned, so they communicate to the head-end system 4 times a day. So again, they're asleep most of the time. Whenever it's time to report, in this case 4 times a day, they wake up, send the data over, and then go back to sleep. So they're not constantly active. Regarding SmartWorks, that is our meter data management system. That's for the utility. What that essentially does, it aggregates, it compiles both the electric reads and the water reads into one sole system where the utility is able to, again, do analytics and change processes if need be, or just analyze the data that's coming in. In turn, SmartWorks feeds a customer engagement portal. It's not here because that's coming after. That's where the customer is going to be able to see their consumption. And like I mentioned, Allegiant is our partner, installation partner. You might see their trucks out in the field. They are co-branded, so you'll see the Allegiant logo and the BPUB logo. They're the ones assisting with both the electric and the water meter installation. Are there any questions on?
Are these upgrades of the current systems in place, or is it a non-existent current system in place?
As it stands right now, we do not have an AMI system. This is an upgrade to that infrastructure. So essentially, we're giving the capability to the meters to essentially provide us with the consumption, the reads.
Mr. Aguilar, how are those organizations or those partners or suppliers selected? What is the selection process, or how are each one of those selected?
So we did go through an RFP process, I want to say about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we did go through an RFP process. There were several vendors that did provide RFP. There was a committee, a selection committee, and based on the services and the type of service that they provided, the committee did opt to go with this particular solution, and we presented to the board, which was approved.
Yeah, some of the things that we look at are cost, and then the reputation of the companies involved, and their history in implementing systems. So, and part of the strategy that we did, basically, we involved a large part of the company. We had about 40 people on the team, from the customer service, IT, operations, electric and water. Because the main thing was, we can put this system out there, but if you're in charge of electric, then you're going to have to maintain those things. You're the electric meter shop. And if you're in charge of water, you're going to have, so we involved them because we wanted to be sure that whatever we purchased, they were good with, so that they could maintain it on into the future. So those are the kinds of things that we looked at, and cost, obviously.
Thank you very much.
Eddie, is this solution benefit the entire customer base area, or is it just certain areas?
The entire customer base. The only exception, and they're pretty minimal, it's less than 1,000 people. On the electric side, we have some very old meter installations that are called A-base meters. They're so old that they're not compatible in any way, shape, or form. It's a completely different electrical box, and the customer would have to upgrade the entire box, which would cost them about $1,000 to $2,000. So we're leaving them alone. It's up to the customer, because obviously I don't want to force you if there's money involved on your side. So it's up to the customer. Now, as those, in all honesty, that installation is not allowed anymore. It hasn't been allowed for years. So as those systems phase out, then we'll replace it with a new meter. But we're replacing about 104,000 meters, electric and water. So out of that, there's only about 1,000, less than 1,000 customers that will not have that benefit because of their setup.
Thank you.
And finally, I do want to provide the update on the installations. So like I mentioned, we did start April 7th, last Monday. As of to date, they've installed about 620 electric meters, and they've installed 5 meters. They started the electric meters this past Monday. We waited 1 more week because we wanted to get the infrastructure ready for those electric meters, because like mentioned earlier, it's easier for the water meters to get installed because they use cell-based, versus the electric meters, they use a mesh network where we needed to install that equipment first.
How long do you think it's going to take for the electric meters to be installed? Like, would electricity have to be shut down? I know at office, we got a notification that they were going to change it.
Right.
But we haven't got a notification of when they were going to change it.
Yeah, so the normal practice for our partners, Allegiant, is to go up to whatever location they're going to be replacing, and they'll communicate with the customer. They'll let you know what they anticipate. In some instances, power will not get cut off, and on other instances, it may. They will communicate with the customer, and if that's not a good time, you're able to schedule an appointment for them to come back at a later date.
I was at the IBC lobby, and the gentleman next to me got a phone call from PUB, letting him know that they were going to do changes to something related to PUB. And his first question was, is this going to cost me money? And they said no. He's like, are you sure? And then he hung up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the AMI meters, we're not charging our customers for these upgraded meters.
Quick question, how long will this take? timeframe?
We anticipate project close in first quarter of 2027. So
you.
we're thinking about roughly March of 2027. Any other questions?
So this is the flyer that you all are sending, correct? I received it today.
Yes. So that flyer, we are notifying our customers 10 days prior, so within that time range. It really depends on how our partners are installing. In some instances, are taking a bit longer, so it might be 11 days, 12 days. But we are trying to notify the specific areas that are targeted to get that upgrade. You will be receiving a letter just like that.
Yeah, we're doing certain sections of town, so not everybody's getting that flyer at the same time. Like Jaime said, you should get it about 10, más o menos 10 days before.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much. Okay, moving on. The next item on the agenda is Earth Day, Energy Efficiency and Conservation.
Good evening, Madam Chair and members of our panel. My name is Mirta Vasquez. I'm the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Coordinator under the Key Accounts and Marketing Department. And this evening, I will be presenting the Earth Day and Community Outreach. I will review Earth Day, and I will provide department key initiatives. I will cover market outreach events. I will end with a call to action, and of course, be available for any questions. Earth Day is celebrated annually. It occurs on April the 22nd. The theme this year is Our Power, Our Planet. Earth Day is celebrated to raise awareness about the environment and inspire action to protect our planet. It is a day to celebrate the beauty and the importance of Earth and to learn about and advocate for environmental issues. For us here at VPUB, it is a valuable opportunity for us to amplify our key initiatives, which I will review on the next slide. The BPUB Energy Efficiency and Conservation Department is dedicated to promoting sustainable energy practices and environmental stewardships, which is one of our core values within the Brownsville community. We offer various programs and initiatives to help residents and businesses reduce energy consumption, lower utility costs, and contribute to a greener environment. Our key initiatives are renewable energy support. BPUB assists customers in integrating renewable energy into their homes and businesses. For those customers that are exploring solar panel installation, it could be a daunting experience. So we offer a solar education course, and we're also, of course, available to answer any questions while they're going through and exploring solar panel installation. We offer rebates. BPUB offers rebate programs for energy efficient and water conservation. We currently have 6 residential rebates for residents and 6 commercial. For conservation education, we have access, or customers have access to free online tools to assist in electrical and water conservation. And with BPUB, we actively participate in events educating the community and sustainability and conservation efforts, which I will review in the next few slides. The BISD Recycle Rally. This is basically our kickoff to Earth Day. It occurred Friday, April 11th. They anticipated about 300 students, teachers, staff, and we had the opportunity to really talk to our students, elementary, high school students. We provided informative materials that were designed to foster environmental awareness. With water conservation, we had resources to provided to them to help residents reduce water waste. And we strengthened our connections with BISD, local businesses, and residents to encourage sustainabilities. We had the opportunity to talk to our parents and remind them and educate them of the Go Green rebate programs that are available. BPUB's involvement in events like the Recycle Rally empowers the community with knowledge and tools to build a greener Brownsville. Our next event is the Brownsville Parks and Recreation Earth Fest 25. It's going to occur this Saturday, so we encourage, if you're going to be at the Brownsville Farmers Market, to stop by our table. It is a partnership with the City of Brownsville and the Farmers Market. They will have hands-on activities, eco-friendly vendor market, and sustainable living workshops. Our focus there at the event will be on water conservation to educate our community on our current stage 2 water restrictions. We want to offer water conservation tips. We want to continue to promote our Go Green rebate programs and inform our customers of the Home Energy Suite, which is an online tool offering multiple tools to help them with water conservation and energy efficiency. BPUB Earth Day. For us, it's really Earth Week. We launch on Monday, where we will provide our customers, residential customers, when they come in and open an account, we'll have energy efficiency and/or water conservation kits. Hopefully, they'll encourage water conservation, providing energy efficiency light bulbs inside of these kits and other water-saving fixtures, and other conservation tools that empowers customers to reduce electricity and water consumption in their homes, leading to more sustainable resources. We want to promote long-term cost savings. Lowering energy and water use lowers the customer's bill, but it also boosts it boosts our BPUB efficiency and long-term sustainability. It advances our sustainability goals. Distributing conservation kits supports broader environmental initiatives and aligns with Earth Day efforts, reinforcing a commitment to eco-friendly practices and responsible resource management. We need your help. As you recall, Earth Day this year is our power, our planet. So we encourage you to celebrate Earth Day by taking action. Earth Day serves as a powerful reminder of how our choices shape the environment and the responsibility we share in protecting it. So join us in making a lasting impact. Promote energy efficiency. It is one of the simplest ways to reduce waste in our home and lower costs. Small changes like switching to LED light bulbs or unplugging unused devices can make a big difference. Champion water conservation, because every drop counts. Help spread awareness about current water use restrictions and will eliminate non-essential watering to preserve this vital resource. And the power of small actions. Every step, whether conserving energy, reducing waste, or protecting our natural resources, adds up to a healthier planet. The choices we make today shape the world for future generations. So together, we can build a greener Brownsville. Thank you. Any questions?
Ms. Mirta, I just wanted to comment how I really feel how, I guess, very grateful with PUB on how you all promote these activities and these functions for the community and for the parents and for the younger generation, because awareness is key to understanding what we need to do to conserve energy, to recycle, et cetera. So the Earth Day and then the BISD one, which is already, what, the 5th annual one?
Yes.
I know. So I want to commend you and the staff, whoever is affiliated with doing it. Thank you so much. I think it's very important, and I think it is well worth the effort to bring that out to our community, to get more knowledge and to spread the wealth about conserving water and recycling. So kudos to you all. So very,
Thank you
very
so
nice.
much.
I really like that.
Thank you so much. I had the opportunity to attend this year, the second year that I attend, so we look forward to it next year, and hopefully it'll be bigger and better. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I concur with Ms. Patricia's observations, but it's not just the community that gets educated. In this case, it's maybe the PUBCAP members, it certainly is me. You may not be the person that can answer this or can offer any updates if there is one, Ms. Mirta. But I know that what we have learned about a lot on this board, on this committee, has been the drought situation that we're in, and the situation with the treaty that we have with Mexico. And then there was something that came up recently that said that there had been a very strong conversation with the powers that be in Mexico, and that was all going to be addressed. And I said, I'm a member of PUBCAP, and that's not what I have heard. So I did not know if that was rhetoric, if you're even in a position to answer, if there's someone that can give us an update on whether that conversation or that text or that information that was online can be provided.
Hi, so Marilyn Gilbert, General Manager at ZEO. I have been in conversations with various different organizations and entities, and so those conversations says that if we haven't received it through official channels, then it's not true. Okay. One of the things that I can do is every week I receive the the status of our reservoirs, and so
Right.
that's an official channel, right? So what I can do is, that helps, is I can send you and forward it like I forward to the members of our board, to you all through Luis, so that way you all can see what I receive. And it's just, in there, it's the reservoir status. If the reservoir status would have gone up, then obviously releases would have been done.
Right, right. And so that's why I appreciate being a member of PUBCAP, because we're getting it directly from, you know, our primary source of information. So thank you, Ms. Gilbert, for that
And
update.
same questions I've been asked, I've been going out to members of the public, the various Rotary clubs, and the same questions I've been asked and they've asked me, and I've provided the table that was from the official website on the deliveries from the treaty. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you both.
Thank you, Ms. Vasquez.
Thank you, Ms. Mirta. Next item on the agenda is the Spring Community Tour.
So good evening again, Luis Larraga. I'm filling in for my colleague David Garza, who is going to be doing this presentation. But basically, it's just, like I mentioned earlier, I just wanted to extend the invitation again to PUBCAP and to members of the community who would like to join us to kind of get a behind-the-scenes look at our facilities and what our water process is. So let's go ahead and get started. And so through BPUB hosts 2 community tours, one in October and one in May, which is this one coming up. The one in October usually focuses on the electrical side of the utility, and this one coming up will focus on the water side of the utility. And it's just an opportunity, like I said, for members of the public to see kind of what happens at the utility, what it takes for us to deliver services, right? I think a lot of us take for granted, we just kind of open the tap and there's water there. But there's a whole slew of people, like brilliant people who make it all happen. And so kind of pulling back the curtain and allowing people to come in and see that is a wonderful opportunity, and I recommend it for everyone. This year, the tour will fall on Friday, May 23rd. It is about a half-a-day commitment. We typically start here in this room, in the boardroom, at 8 a.m., and we go to about 12:30, depending on how long or short some of the presentations are. Lunch will be provided. I'll be sending out an RSVP list to you all, forward that over. But it will open April 23rd, which is just about a month out. There is some limitations on how many people we can take with us, because transportation is one of the things that is provided as well. And so we're limited to about 25 to 30 people, depending on how many vehicles and things like that we can get. These are the sites that we'll be visiting. So I guess we'll start at the North Wastewater Treatment Plant, which is the plant on Robindale. This is it's probably my favorite place to visit. It's just a unique, it's pretty amazing. It doesn't smell that great, but I mean, it's a wastewater treatment plant. So we also visit SRWA, which is a marvel down here, you know, a desalination plant. So it's a little jewel that not a lot of people know of, although we're trying to spread the word. We'll also visit a resaca, or we'll visit a dredger to learn more about the resaca restoration process and kind of what that program entails. And then finally, the water treatment plant #1, and that also includes a trip to the Rio Grande, where we have our intake pumps, and so we get to see all that as well. So again, it's just an invitation. Like I mentioned, you get to visit the water and wastewater facilities and get a first-hand view of what it takes. And I think more than anything is also talk to the subject matter experts and ask the questions that that you might have. There, you know, you're going to get your question answered by people who are much smarter, or will in a better capacity to answer than myself. And so, again, the limit is to about 25 people, and again, it'll open about a month out from the tour itself, which is April 23rd. So I'll take any questions if you have any. If not, we're good. Thanks.
Thank you, Luis.
And next and final agenda item is public comments. Is there any public comments?
I didn't receive a notification, but if there's anybody here from the public who would like to speak, you can go ahead and make your way to the podium.
Okay, so next meeting will be May 21st, 2025. So I will entertain a motion to end our meeting.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. It is 5:58. Thank you, everyone.